On a day when ATMs will start dispensing 2,000 rupee notes, the government has come up with steps to help the public amid the ongoing cash chaos. Economic Affairs Secretary Shaktikanta briefed the media about the slew of measures taken by the government to curb black money. Das said that the government has decided to put indelible ink on people to avoid multiple transactions. This step has been taken as unscrupulous people have made groups of people to get notes exchanged. The government will also keep a close watch on the Jan Dhan account holders to avert black money transactions. Now, to ease pressure on banks, a task force has been set up to look after shifting and storing of old notes.
Indelible ink will be used to prevent misuse of these facilities, to prevent certain syndicates and certain unscrupulous influential persons from using this facility and by from using innocent people for such multiple types of exchange of cash.
New measures have been put in place, but will they really help? Let's get a sense of the situation on the ground today from our correspondents spread across various parts of the country. Shalini Loba is joining us from New Delhi, Pramod Madhav from the Indian Bank in Chennai, Mustafa Sheikh is joining us from an ATM in Parel in Mumbai, and Rohini Swami is joining us from outside an ATM in Bengaluru. Let me first assess the situation in Delhi itself. Shalini, what are people saying about the new measures that the government has put in, especially with regards to indelible ink being put on people so that they can't make multiple trips to the bank?
The announcement has just been made in the National Capital Maha earlier today, so the bank hasn't received orders yet, so the indelible ink is not starting here today. But you have lots of people here, whether it's the Reserve Bank, you have a huge queue in front of the Reserve Bank, the SBI had a huge queue in front of it. Now this is the ICICI Bank adjacent to the post office in Connaught Place in the heart of the national capital, and a long queue here. A lot of people been waiting since early hours of the morning. You have sir, आप यहाँ कितने देर से खड़े हैं?
5 घंटे हो गए मैम, लास्ट 5 आवर्स।
5 घंटे हो गए। अब यहाँ पे विड्रॉ करने, कैश विड्रॉ करने के लिए आया है या एक्सचेंज, नोट एक्सचेंज करने?
मैम दोनों ही चीजें हैं, एक्सचेंज भी है और डिपॉजिट भी करने आए हैं।
और आप कितने दिन से आ रहे होंगे, क्योंकि एक दिन में काम नहीं होगा?
लास्ट 4 डेज से।
Here you have a man who's been coming in for the last 4 days here in the national capital to the ICICI Bank to get his money deposited and exchanged. Sir, आप work करते होंगे, so आप छुट्टी लेते हैं ऑफिस से?
वही है कि ब्रेक लेकर बीच में आना पड़ता है, अगर जितना हो गया काम तो ठीक है, नहीं तो अदरवाइज।
All right, Shalini, I'll have to interrupt you there for a bit because we're getting callers already. Bakar Ali is joining us from Hyderabad on the phone line. Mr. Ali, take us through what you feel about the new measures that have been put in place to ease the situation out for the common man using indelible ink. Do you think that it will help the situation or it will only add to the chaos?
I think it's a good decision. We should welcome the decision.
Okay.
And at the same time, we should support the government on this one. And the thing is that we should be, government should be more organized by when they are doing these things, And
okay.
if they do it properly, it will be a good job done by government.
All right. So here you have one caller from Hyderabad saying that these measures that the government is taking is in the right direction, and the indelible ink, basically the idea that has come up to stop people from making multiple trips to the bank and causing inconvenience to others, has also been welcomed. Mr. Garboti is calling us in from Belgaum. Sir, go ahead. Give us your views.
See, this in queue, only the common men we can see. The rich people, the politicians, the ministers, they are not taking 2,400 or 2,000 rupees. They are not drawing money from there. How they are managing so many days?
Okay. So you believe that this is only hitting the common man and nobody else? Okay, we seem to have lost the line over there. So new measures have been put in place, and these were announced today by Secretary Economic Affairs Shaktikanta saying that indelible ink will be put on the fingers of people to avoid multiple transactions being made. Rajesh is calling us in from Jaipur. Rajesh, go ahead.
Yeah, actually it was announced that 4,000 earlier, that 4,000 per day can be exchanged, and now it is 4,500 per day.
Yes.
If the ink is put like, then what will happen next day?
Yes, actually, that's a bit of confusion that
Has
is,
the
yes.
system
Yes.
like thoughtfully bankrupt, or like bankrupt, what I feel.
All right. So yes. So your point is valid, because that clarity isn't there at the moment, because people may want to make multiple trips to exchange the existing currency notes, which are now invalid. And what happens then in that case, if that indelible ink mark is still there for some time? How do they make another trip and change the rest of the money? That's perhaps the clarity that the government might come out shortly. We have another caller, Siddharth, calling us in from Madhya Pradesh. Siddharth, go ahead.
Ma'am, I'm speaking from Madhya Pradesh.
Yes.
I'm an advocate. When this indelible ink fails to solve its purpose during the elections, when we have such stringent election laws,
Yes.
how is it going to succeed now?
Okay. So there are question marks on this step as well. People believe that unscrupulous elements might use methods to rub that indelible ink and come back again. So the whole exercise of stopping people from making multiple trips on behalf of others will fail in that case, if it does. We have our next caller. We'll take that caller shortly. Let me quickly get a sense from our reporters as well on the ground at the moment. Pramod Madhav is joining us from Chennai. Pramod, are you getting any sort of reactions on the new measures that the government has put in place to reduce what they say the inconvenience to people and the queues outside banks?
Well, Maha, right now I'm at Indian Bank's branch at Mylapore, and as you can see behind me, this is one of the ATMs where Chennai used to got the first 2,000 rupees note. One was this, and the other one is Harbour branch, which is next to Beach Station. And right now we can see the people over here. They've been standing for almost 30 minutes, and as we also asked the branch manager about this particular design to bring an indelible ink. For now, even the bank staffs are not sure what they're supposed to do. For now, they're just saying like they will have this a person marked with this indelible ink once. So we asked him like, then when will be the next time he can change the money, for which he said like they are hoping that they'll get more decision and more what to do from the central RBI, and then they'll go ahead with that. Until that, they will just mark one person with one indelible ink mark, and that will be like 4,500 will be the mark which he can derive for one person. Let me just ask one person here, sir, like now the bank இங்க வந்துட்டு indelible ink 4000 ரூபாய் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு சொல்லிருக்காங்க இல்லையா? இப்போ புதுசா அது பண்றாங்க. அத பத்தி உங்க ஐடியா என்ன?
இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணா நல்லா இருக்கும். एक्चुअली 4000 லிமிட்லாம் இருக்க கூடாது. நம்மளோட தேவைங்க அதிகமா இருக்கும்ல.
அது மட்டும் இல்ல, இப்போ வந்து ஒரு இங்க் வச்சு உங்களை மார்க் பண்றேன்னு சொல்லிருக்காங்கல்ல. இப்போ மணி எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் பண்றதா ஒரு நாளைக்கு இவ்வளவுதான்ட்டு ஒரு வாட்டி பண்ற. அத பத்தி உங்க ஐடியா என்ன?
இல்ல அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்க கூடாதுங்க. ப்ராப்ளம் வரல ஃபியூச்சர்ல. இந்த மாதிரிலாம் தான் ரிஸ்க் வரும்.
Well, he simply says like that money should be increased. Not 4,000 is not sufficient. Even 4,500 is not sufficient. They should be increased. And also the other thing is that they are fearing that if they bring a new idea of marking a person with this indelible ink, what will happen? When will be the next time he can exchange the money? Definitely people are having more than 4,500 rupees.
Right.
And this kind of idea is not suitable. This is what the people from Chennai believe in, Maha.
All right. Pramod, stay with us. We are getting a caller from Bengaluru now. Let's listen into what this caller has to say. Prasad, go ahead. Share your views with us.
Yeah, madam. Just now I have been to the ICICI Bank. I got the money within 15 minutes. There is no chaos in everywhere. In bank, I continuously 3 days I have got the money. I didn't have any problem in taking the money from the bank. I given the check. I got the money. I don't know why people are recklessly talking about nonsense. This is only. I think there are some fraud people are standing in the queue, and they are taking conversion for black money and all.
Okay. So you did not face any inconveniences, what I'm gathering, Prasad, from the experience that you've had. Let me go across to our next caller. Kaushik is calling us in from Bardhaman. Kaushik, go ahead. What do you think about this idea of indelible ink? Do you think it will reduce chaos?
मैं एक मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हूँ एज ए एरिया मैनेजर. मैंने आज एक स्टेशन में काम करने गया था. उधर उसका बहुत सारे लोगों का प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, लेकिन वो ऑयल एक्सेप्टेड. ये मोदी जी को सपोर्ट कर रहा है, बहुत सपोर्ट कर रहा है. ये इंडिया के लिए अच्छा ही होगा. जितना भी जाल नोट है वो 0 हो गया. लेकिन मैं मुझको ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, ये ममता बनर्जी एंड केजरीवाल व्हाई डोंट सपोर्ट? दे हैव इनफ ब्लैक मनी. ये मेरा प्रश्न है उन लोगों से। प्लीज मेरा प्रश्न ये ममता बनर्जी और केजरीवाल को भेज दीजिए, वो क्यों इतना सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा है?
All right. So you believe that people who are not supporting this move are answerable to the people because it raises doubt and suspicion in the minds of people as to why they are not supporting a move to crack down on black money. Ganpati is calling us in now. Ganpati, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Ganpati, we can hear you. Give us your views.
Okay. The present chaos is, madam, only temporary.
Okay. Yes.
And we should give the adequate time for our clever Prime Minister as he should return for 50 days.
Okay, Girish. Okay. Mr. Ganpati, we also have another caller, Girish from Chennai. Girish, go ahead. What are your views about the government's next move to put indelible ink mark on people's fingers so that they are not able to make multiple tips and, hamper genuine people from availing the facilities in a bank? This is especially to crack down on those who are putting in their dummies in queues to exchange their money. Do you think it will help the situation?
Hello?
Yes, Girish, go ahead.
Yeah. See, this situation will help. You know, this is the reason why, because the government is just coming out with some measures. Okay? There is always a possibility to improve. Let us accept that even if there is a situation that the government has made some implementation improper. Okay? But I'll tell you the reason why. Because indelible, there are people, even I'm from Chennai, I'm from one of the constituency, I do not want to name the constituency, there is one of the ex-mayor here, they're just keeping some of the people here and getting the money exchanged time and again.
Right.
I've been getting some information, okay? I'm really surprised to see this RBI and the people from the NDA government have taken notice without any public information. It's something great, okay? And this indelible ink is only for the people who are just exchanging the money, exchanging the currency. It is not for the people who go to deposit, or it is not for the people who go to withdraw the money from their own savings account or from the current account. If I can make my understanding is very clear.
Right. Okay, so that's some sort of clarity there, as well as some backing for the government's next move to stop people from queuing up on behalf of somebody else to exchange money when that indelible ink mark will be on their finger. Garima is calling us in from Kolkata. Garima, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. See, the thing is that I myself have been to the queue and I waited for... So, I myself have gone to the ICC Kolkata Unitech branch and I waited there for 1.5 hours, and it was, they have been very helpful in getting the people's, the cash. And I'm really surprised by the chaos and the questions that has been raised by the politicians around, and people are misleaded here, what I feel. And I think it's one of the greatest steps of our respected PM, and we are with them.
All right. Okay. So, Garima, thanks for sharing your views with us on that. Let me go across to Deputy Editor Rohini Swami now, joining us from Bengaluru. Rohini, what is the kind of response that you're getting? Because here our callers are giving us mixed response. Some people are saying that it may not help ease out the situation. However, most people are supportive of the move.
They are, in a way. Let me tell you that again it's a mixed bag of reactions also in Bengaluru, where one set of people do feel that largely because it's an IT city, we are seeing a lot of cashless transactions taking place. Even here as we stand now, you can see that the money will be loaded very shortly. 5 o'clock was the time that was given, but this ATM was out of order for nearly 2 to 3 hours because of the lack of money. But as we speak here, you can see how the officials are going in and they will be loading further money. But the point is also, while Bengaluru do have people who use their credit cards or ATM cards to withdraw money, they do stand in long lines. But also we have seen that largely, especially when we've been talking to businessmen, for example in malls also that we've been talking to, initially it was 60% card transactions, 40% cash transactions. As in the last 4 to 5 days, we've seen transaction of 99% through card, 1% through cash. So obviously people are cash strapped, but they're ready to go through this entire process, saying it's in the better good in the larger perspective. Let me also talk to you about this whole concept of the indelible ink. Do you feel that is good to possibly have that? Because while we're seeing people who are actually standing in line and they're sending other people to do multiple transactions?
I don't think this ink should be actually brought into place because you really can't put a limit on how a person wants to spend his money, and at the end of the day it is who's going to take your money, whether a small shop is going to swipe your card for it or whether he's going to ask cash for it. So I really don't think this should really come into
But
play.
this will also at least bring a curb on the touts who are also trying to encash, if you say.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, but really what you can't really say right now is when people are coming to the banks to deposit their money, it's not the black money which is coming in. It's people's own money, what they've kept at home for various other reasons. After all, it's an Indian household, and money is saved up for a lot of things, and later in the future, in which people might not want to show. But it's again not black money eradication.
But are you are you supportive of this entire move that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has done, or are you against it?
I am a little supportive of this because I realize that we're moving into a little bit more of a digital world and trying to keep less on the cash, but also we shouldn't put a kind of an amount on how much we should spend by cash. But yeah, I'm totally for
the entire fact that this will help flush out black money from the country, you think that's a good move?
It's a really good move. We're going to finally improve. Our cost of living is going to reduce, which is also going to bring a lot of investments from foreigners and so on. So we are going to flourish eventually in the future, but I think it's just this 50 days that we might have to struggle with. But I think people can understand that, but not all income levels can understand that. For me, maybe it's fine. But
let me also quickly tell you that in terms of the technology use also, we have seen a lot of online payment companies are also making a lot of money, especially people shifting to the online payment platform. So largely people are seeing the benefits of it, but at the same time they're saying it's a temporary phase. And like I said, the larger good of society, they are okay with the fact that they have to suffer for a couple of days.
Right, Rohini, in fact, we're getting two callers from your city. Raghu Ram and Sakshi are calling us in from Bengaluru. Raghu Ram, go ahead.
See, I want to tell you one thing is that I just got my money. I withdrew my money in under 10 minutes. At Vijaya Bank in Bengaluru.
Okay.
And I'm seeing this chaos only in Delhi. Whatever you are showing, mostly in Delhi, and people are throwing one after the other, one over the other. That only shows that Delhi is full of the dirty money only. So
all right, so your experience has
been,
yes, your experience may have been good. Let me go across also to Sakshi now. She's in the same city. Sakshi, what has your experience been like?
So I wanted to tell that there are many people who are inconvenienced, I can clearly see, but I've been following news like today and for the past few days. So anytime you take a snapshot, right? So you always see there is more crowd in Delhi, and Kejriwal was hell bent upon saying that he's created a law and order situation, and he's been telling that there's a lot of inconvenience. But if you just compare even the snapshot right now, you'll see that the greatest line you can find is only in Delhi. So I definitely think that this ink mark is going to reduce this queue, because I think these are paid people standing in queues and trying to launder their money.
Yes,
so this is actually going to benefit. Yeah, and I think Kejriwal, as he's spoken in the assembly, it is a very nice statement that he has given, that you give us 1 month time and this problem will be solved. Maybe because he wants to launder.
Okay. All right. Sagar is also calling us in now from Kolkata. Let me go across to him. Sagar, go ahead.
हेलो, मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि जो मोदी जी ने स्टेप लिया है बहुत अच्छा है, इससे हमारा देश का ही बहुत अच्छा होगा। और हमारा जो सीएम ममता बनर्जी, उसको किस चीज का दिक्कत हो रहा है मुझे मालूम नहीं, शायद नारोदा या नारोदा का पैसा उसका कैसे ट्रांजैक्शन करेगा, उसके लिए उसका प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है।
Okay. So most people seem to believe now that this step is in the right direction, and the new measures being taken, putting indelible ink on people's fingers so that they can't make multiple trips as dummies for somebody else to exchange them ill-gotten money, perhaps. Is something that's being welcomed by most people. Let me go across to our correspondent Mustafa Sheikh joining us from Parel in Mumbai. Mustafa, what is the kind of responses that you're getting from people?
Yes, Maha, if you talk about a ground report from Mumbai, what is worrying people even now is that there is no availability of 500 rupees note at this point of time also, because people are facing basic problems while transacting the money. Most of these people who are here are exchanging the money, but they get 2000 rupees in return. We were speaking to experts also. They have also said that the supply of money is something which will help the frustration of the common man. We all know that it's a good step which has been taken in the interest of the nation, but at the same point of time, people don't have small currencies, small denominations which can be used. Also, at the same point of time, we will like to commend the job which is being done by the banks and their employees. On our left hand side, there is an Axis Bank. The Mumbai police salary account is in this bank. So this bank basically functions 4 to 6 only to serve the Mumbai policemen who are on duty 24/7. They come here for 2 hours and they have to like they can save their time and they can deposit or exchange their currencies from this bank within the 2 hours of the evening. So all kinds of provisions are being made for the people, but at the same point of time, the frustration which remains is also because of the small denominations is not widely available till now.
Right. Okay, Mustafa and the rest of our reporters are going to stay on with us. We are